guys, thanks for joining me. Today we are going to talk about grocery shopping because I realize I have changed the way I grocery shop since the prices have gotten sky high. So I thought I'd share with you how I do it, and maybe you can share with me in the comment section about how you do it. So let's get started. Well, used to be I did most of my grocery shopping at Walmart, but Walmart has gotten off the hook. And I live in an area, sorry, what is it, wardrobe malfunction. I live in an area where I have a Weiss, an Aldi, a Martin's, and a Super Saver all within one block of me. The Walmart, and we have two, are about 15 minutes from me in either direction. And there's a store I like to go to in the town that my daughter lives in. That's about an hour away. So, I did all my grocery shopping at Walmart, which I don't do anymore. I realized that different stores have different values for me. Now, at Walmart, I will still buy certain things, some personal items. I prefer single serving vegetables as opposed to canned vegetables, because what happens is if I open a can of peas, so to say, then I got a little dish of peas in the refrigerator. And so if I don't eat them right away, they get lost. But who wants to eat peas for the next 3 days? So yes, it costs a little bit more money, but I find I don't waste it when I only have single serving containers. So they come, 4 to a pack for $2.29? That works for me. They also have green beans. They also have carrots, rice. Rice is a big one for me. Now, I like boiling bag rice, and I will make a bag of rice because sometimes I mix it in with the dog for his dog food. And I usually give him white rice. But I personally like brown and wild rice. So I will buy the 2-pack personal size containers. I think they're about $2. But for me, that's perfect. It's the perfect amount. I don't overeat, and nothing ever gets wasted or thrown away. So when I go to the grocery store, I buy several of those, and that just works for me. I find that the only meat I buy at Walmart now are my spare ribs, because I can't get them anywhere else, and they have actually gone up $2 in the last couple of years, but they haven't hit the price point where I will just say, you know what, I'm not going to buy them anymore. So yeah, I will buy my spare ribs at Walmart. Sometimes I'll look at chicken, but chicken has gotten expensive. So I actually buy my chicken somewhere else. Especially if I want thighs, I can get 4 in a pack for maybe $3, which is unheard of. But I also know that when I buy that chicken, I am going to bring it home and immediately throw it in the crock pot. It is not going to sit in the refrigerator for a few days. You get me. I used to go to Aldi a lot. I mean, that was my go-to store when I wanted to try something different and kind of gourmet-ish. But even that has gotten, in my opinion, a bit pricey. So now my go-to store when I want to try something different and kind of gourmet-ish is the Sharp Shopper in the town that my daughter lives in. I have gotten so much great stuff. I finally got to try Dove ice cream bars, which I am not supposed to eat, because they were only $2.99. At Walmart, they're almost $8. I bought a baked fish once for $2.99, and it was probably the best red snapper that I had ever had that wasn't homemade by a Jamaican, okay? It was delicious. Devore, I think that's how it's pronounced. They had some of those little frozen meals for $1.99. So I bought a couple, and they were actually really good. Now they're in the grocery stores, okay, and they're almost $8. So the thing I really like about that grocery store where my daughter lives is that a lot of times they have new items that they're selling at a bottom price to see how people feel about it. And a lot of times they have items that didn't do well with the general public, and it's like a clearinghouse for them. But most of the time you can find things that you probably wouldn't pay full price for, but you're willing to try for $2.99. Now, of course, you got to look at the dates. And I always go to that store knowing that I need to look at the dates, and certain things probably need to be cooked or eaten right away. That's the place I get my chicken. That's why when I get home, it goes straight into the crock pot. They also sell things like single steaks. Those can go right into the freezer for $3.99 for a New York strip small steak. To me, that's a great deal. Because I don't know who is buying the $20 steak at Walmart, but it's not me, okay? It is so not me. That is also the store that I get my toilet paper, my paper towels, my paper plates. Sometimes I'll pick up plastic silverware there. Sometimes I'll still go back to the Dollar Tree for the plastic silverware. But for the most part, I don't really go to the Dollar Tree anymore. Once it went to $1.25, what little value they had for the item count is gone. Let's say, you buy 10 packets of freezer bags for $1. That means you could get 30 of them or 3 packs for $3 and tax. Now, those same 3 packs of 10 cost you $3.75 plus tax. Well, I found at the store where my daughter lives, I can get 40 for that price. So yeah, pretty much the things I used to get at the Dollar Tree, the paper goods, the plastic goods, I just don't even bother to buy there anymore, because I can get a better deal at this discount store. But if I want a chuck steak, I go to Martin's on a Wednesday or a Thursday when they've been marked down, because quite frankly, Martin's is the only store I trust to buy marked down meat at. I stopped buying hamburger because I realized I have let so much hamburger go to waste, because I really actually hate making hamburger. I always would buy a pound of hamburger because I said I was going to make a meatloaf, and then I didn't. And I realized I really don't want to make a meatloaf because I just don't want to. So I stopped buying hamburger. Maybe I'll buy frozen hamburgers, but I stopped buying hamburger by the pound because it just would always go to waste for me. I really just barely go to the Dollar Tree anymore. I don't really go to Aldi because I can get what Aldi offered me, which was uniqueness. I can get that at the Sharp Shopper, as long as I understand. I probably need to eat it right away and make sure I check those dates. We also have a Super Saver. There's something about that store that makes me feel like everything there is unhealthy. The only thing I will buy from the Super Saver is their crab meat, because the crab meat's $15. At Walmart or Martin's is $25 or $30. And yes, it's not the highest quality of crab meat, but I have an excellent crab cake recipe that makes it taste like the highest quality. So yeah, I find that I don't do all of my shopping in one place anymore. There are different places I go for different things. It's like my paper towels. Now, I buy my toilet paper, my paper towels, my paper plates, and most of my Ziploc bags at that store, the Sharp Shopper, where my daughter lives. But I buy my hand towels. And how many of you remember the Kleenex hand towels? The kind that were designed to be in your bathroom between the wall and the towel rack, and it was like shaped like a triangle, and you just slide it in, and then you just pull a hand towel from underneath when you're in the bathroom. I actually use those in my kitchen because when I'm cooking, my hands get all messy. I have never been able to buy, and maybe it's just me, I have never been able to buy a paper towel holder that I still didn't have to hold the paper towels to get the towel off. So that means now the whole paper towel thing is messy. You know, I like being able to just take a hand towel out when my hands are messy. So that's an added expense to my budget, but it's like a, I don't know, it's like a luxury because I love not having to handle the paper towels when my hands are messy. So yeah, I mean, I went from shopping at the Dollar Tree and Walmart to shopping different places, and in my mind, getting better deals, and also coming up with some items that were just, you know, little luxury purchases that didn't cost me an arm and a leg. So you all tell me how you shop these days. Now, I'm not a coupon shopper, um, and I haven't done that in years. It's just not something I want to do. But you tell me, how do you shop? Do you find that there are certain items you only buy at certain stores? Or do you do all your shopping at one place? Now, recently, my daughter was complaining because she goes to Costco a lot. And she goes, Mom, I feel like I spend a whole bunch of money, but yet I really don't have anything that translates to a meal. And I said, because Costco is not the place to go for your regular grocery shopping unless you have the discipline to take that meat home, subdivide it, and put it in your freezer. So, you know, if you just buy a big something, well, then you're going to eat half of it and the rest of it goes in the refrigerator. I said, so maybe that's not the place for grocery shopping. That's the place for, you know, things like toilet paper and paper towels and, you know, things that you know you're going to need a lot of, and you've done the price and it looks like a good price per unit in your head. But I would not go to Costco and buy pork chops and hamburger and steak and beef cubes, because I definitely, and I've done this in the past, I have done it a lot in the past, I definitely don't want to come home and subdivide all that stuff. I just don't want to do it. So for me, it's better for me to buy it in smaller quantities. Might cost me a little bit more money, but it never gets wasted. So you tell me how you do it. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next video. Take care and stay blessed. Bye.